Some things to think about. More questions. What was one of the hardest situations that you faced this year, and how did you handle it? That's a great question to think about and bring up with your mentor, because they'll learn a lot about you. They're going to learn what types of situations are challenging for you, and they're going to also see what your default method is to deal with those situations. Now, sometimes our default is not useful. Many of us carry things from our childhood, right? And it might have worked when we were 5, but now that we're professionals in a corporate environment, we may want a different method to deal with that same trigger that we get now in the corporate environment. How is your relationship with your direct lead? Is there anything you can do to improve it? I will tell you, in the course of my experience here at Atlantic Health, I have had amazing leaders, and I actually had one leader that used to make me cry every day. And I honestly thought about resigning. I thought about leaving my job, but I was able to really work with this leader and express the challenges that I were having and the things that were making me sad, and we were able to work through it together. I will tell you, now that I'm a leader, some of my most challenging leaders that I've had have really helped me to tweak who I am and how I work with people. So I always say, good bosses, challenging bosses, these are great ways for you to develop yourself on who you want to be and how you want to speak to people. Do you find it easy to ask for help? If it's challenging for you to ask for help, talk to your mentor about that. Say, this is an area that I struggle, I'm afraid, there's imposter syndrome, maybe you're in your first manager role and you don't want to appear like you don't know what you're doing. It's okay to ask for help, especially here. This is the great opportunity to ask for help, and then maybe we can talk to you on how to ask for help in a way that makes you actually look awesome. Some of my favorite team members on my team here are the ones that ask me questions all the time, because it's really obvious to me that they're trying to do the right thing and to get it done and meet the needs of our organization. Finally, tell your mentor about a time that you left work feeling really happy and successful, and why was that day so rewarding for you? That's another great question and a feedback for your mentor to let us know, what do you enjoy about your job, and how can we get more of that, right? How to approach your boss and say, I really loved that project XYZ. It made me feel really proud. I added to my resume new skills, and I want more of that. As a leader, I love it when my team members ask me things like that. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. I can absolutely give you another project. And sometimes they work with me personally on a very large project, so they grow, I grow, and we learn together.